Supporters of South Dakota's transgender community rally in opposition to House Bill 1217. This morning, find out why the protesters are against the measure that would ban transgender athletes from competing in girls' sports as the bill bounces from the governor's office back to the legislature. Plus, we'll preview a pop-up boutique taking place today at a Sioux Falls wedding venue. Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your boredom busters coming up, but first, our top story. Sioux Falls police are investigating an early morning shooting that sent a man to the hospital. Police say officers made contact with people inside a vehicle at 6th and Phillips around 1:30 this morning. Officers discovered one of the occupants of the vehicle had a gunshot wound to his leg. The man was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So far, no one has been arrested. We hope to learn more information about the shooting at Monday morning's briefing by Sioux Falls Police. The fate of House Bill 1217, the transgender sports bill, could be decided on March 29th, the so-called veto day, when lawmakers consider bills vetoed by the governor. Now, Governor Noem tweeted Saturday from her governor's account that she's asking legislators to pass a new bill on veto day, or she will call a special session. But Noem's actions are getting pushback from lawmakers. House Speaker Spencer Gosh, co-sponsor of the legislation, says Noem went too far with her style and form veto. Gosh questions whether Noem has the authority to make changes through that procedural move. Also, the Sioux Falls Sports Authority has released a statement saying that while they generally support Governor Noem's style and form veto, there are still some underlying concerns regarding the possible reaction of the NCAA should the bill be amended in a manner that the governor suggests. Noem wants lawmakers to remove college sports from the transgender bill. She also wants to get rid of a requirement that students sign a written statement verifying their sex and whether they've taken certain medications. The Transformation Advocacy Project hosted a Let Kids Play rally in Sioux Falls Saturday to protest House Bill 1217. People gathered with signs and flags to show support for the state's transgender community and speak out against the legislation. The protesters called the bill discriminatory and raised questions about how the measure would be enforced if it became law. Well, people still have plenty of questions about the COVID-19 vaccinations, even as more South Dakotans become eligible for the shots. Coming up on tonight's Inside KELOLAND, I'll sit down with the state's Secretary of Health and the state epidemiologist to answer your questions about the vaccine. Be sure to watch this special Health Beat edition of Inside KELOLAND immediately following KELOLAND Weekend News at 10. Let's get our first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Adam Root in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. We really set the bar high for ourselves with the first day of spring yesterday, and the second day falls short, but it's still far from a terrible day. We'll start in Aberdeen this morning, 43 with a west wind at 5 miles per hour. We've had a few little rain showers not too far away. Meanwhile, downtown here in Sioux Falls, how about 50? But it's a windy 50 with a southerly breeze at 26 miles per hour. At least we have sunshine. Lake Madison also looking beautiful this morning, 43, a south wind at 18 miles per hour. Unfortunately, we do have some cloud cover on the way. We were seeing that in Rapid City earlier this morning on the back edge of a cold front, which you can actually see quite nicely now. 40s to near 50 ahead of the boundary with that southerly wind. 30s to near 40 on the back edge with that northwesterly flow really kicking in more and more. The latter takes over as we head through the afternoon and evening, although it will stay breezy and will still leave in that chance for a few isolated showers over the course of the afternoon and evening. We have a few better opportunities for some much-needed moisture, though. Details on that coming up in your full extended forecast.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. A Brookings business is hoping to bring in more customers with a new attraction. A bowling alley called The Lanes opened in December after the previous facility closed last spring. While the business offers regular bowling, it also provides an interactive bowling experience called Spark Bowling. We take you inside The Lanes to see how this technology will spark new interest in bowling in tonight's Scion KELOLAND at 10. Well, the pandemic took a direct hit on many businesses, including boutiques and wedding venues. Laurel Ridge Barn is partnering with area boutiques to offer a pop-up event in an effort to promote shopping local.
They're all local, from Larchwood, Rock Rapids, Harrisburg. Some of these are from online only, where they're coming in person too, so it should be a fun event.
13 vendors will be selling products at the pop-up boutique from noon to 4. Cash and cards will be accepted by the vendors. Laurel Ridge Barn is located at 47677 Slip Up Creek Road, north of Sioux Falls. The Vintage Market in Rowena, South Dakota is hosting a March event that includes a sale of vintage, antique, salvaged, primitive, furniture, and home decor products. The hours are from 11 to 3. Admission is free. Storyland, a trip through childhood favorites, is the newest interactive exhibit at the Washington Pavilion. Kids are invited to embark on an imaginative adventure involving the tale of Peter Rabbit, the Snowy Day, and Where's Spot. The fun is taking place in the Kirby Science Discovery Center. Movies playing at the Historic State Theater in downtown Sioux Falls include Trolls, rated PG, and Sing Street, rated PG-13. New in theaters this weekend, The Courier, rated PG-13. Adam?
Well, like I said, it's going to be a breezy day today. We have a wind advisory in effect through 3 p.m. this afternoon for southwestern Minnesota as well as northwestern Iowa. We could see gusts approaching 50 miles per hour out there. Even outside of the advisory area, it's still going to be gusty with 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts not out of the question. The other big story is going to be the moisture, or in this case, lack thereof, in northern and northwestern parts of South Dakota. They are really hurting for anything, rain, snow, or otherwise, whereas areas along and south of I-90, well, you're in a pretty good surplus thanks to all of that snow we had earlier. Granted, a lot of that has melted, but that's exactly what we need. We do have more opportunities for rain, though, just not for everybody. Here's one of them. It's a very small opportunity with that cold front I mentioned before. A couple of little isolated showers to the north and east of Buffalo. A couple of showers also just moving toward the Aberdeen area. And then that's really going to be just about it for the morning. We may see a few more isolated rain showers through the afternoon and evening as we go through FutureCast, but coverage is going to remain rather sparse. By Monday afternoon and evening, we have another opportunity for some much-needed moisture. That's going to be in southeastern KELOLAND with a Colorado low that's going to deepen and then move up to the north and give areas along and east of the James River Valley a much-needed opportunity for a decent amount of rainfall. Even an opportunity for some rain and a few snow showers west river toward Rapid City, Custer, Buffalo, and up into Perkins County as well. But in between, if you're along the Missouri River Valley, you're kind of out of luck on that one. But this is what we're looking at in terms of moisture through Wednesday afternoon and evening. Anywhere between a half an inch to an inch of much-needed rainfall east of the James River. And anything we do get is going to be a net positive considering the drought we've had since last summer. We do have a small opportunity to the west, but it's around a tenth of an inch or so of liquid water. And while that is certainly better than nothing, we need a lot more help than just that. We'll try and get a little more help by the end of the extended outlook. Today, though, highs in the 50s to low 60s and a pretty windy day at that, with lows falling into the mid-20s to low 30s across the board. Your 7-day forecast features rain likely late Monday into Tuesday and tapering off through Wednesday morning in Sioux Falls. We peak early with highs around 60 today, and then at best we're talking about mid-50s on a couple of occasions headed into next weekend. Speaking of which, that's our next opportunity for some rain and a few snow showers across the area, especially West River, where they really could use some help. Have a great day, everybody. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.